So hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Cartridge. Today we are making a Pikmin pasta in honor of Pikmin 3's recent release. Wii U fans, now you guys finally have something to play, and now we're going to give you guys something to eat. We're going with a vegetarian pasta, nice, light, playful, colorful pasta to go with the mold of Pikmin. We got our Pikmin colors, and we've got bell peppers, zucchini, some garlic, some onion, a couple cloves of garlic. We got our garbanzo beans, which look like little tiny Captain Olimars. Tastes good too. And that's pretty much it. Cut everything evenly, let everything cook in. We're just throwing this all in a pan. We have a rainbow rotini pasta that we're gonna boil, and let's move on over to the kitchen and throw things into fire. Alright, so we're back in the kitchen. We are gonna get our water going. Worst thing is realizing you still have to boil water for your pasta and then waiting after you've cooked everything else. Watch pot never boils, so we're not going to watch it. We are just going to let it do its thing while we do our thing. Back over here, we're going to get this pan going a little bit. And we're just going to start off with some good olive oil. Splash of that. And we're going to go garlic and onions and let those sort of sweat in the oil, start releasing some flavors, and that's going to be the base of this. Now what we're going to want to do is lead with the bell peppers and the garbanzo beans. They take the longest to sort of start softening up, so you want to lead with them. The zucchini will soften up pretty nicely. So now we're gonna go ahead, start with bell pepper, which I just strewn about on the countertop like wild Pikmin, incidentally enough. Throw those in. You can chop those smaller if you want. They would cook a little quicker, and then you don't have giant pieces of bell pepper in your food. Here we're going with a nice red and yellow bell pepper to complement Pikmin. We were gonna go for some eggplant, but it seems that the beloved purple Pikmin is not in Pikmin 3 campaign mode, at least. So, plus the last eggplant I bought had a nose, and it looked like a human, and it was terrifying. You know, this is an easy, light, really playful dish, really sort of fitting with the Pikmin series and Nintendo as a whole. Really, they like their colorful playgrounds. So we can go ahead and start on the garbanzo beans, the little Captain Olimar heads that I've been popping this whole time, which I left over there. Of course, in Pikmin 3, there's more than just Olimar. You have a lot of little tan, bulbous head dudes and a lady running around, ordering Pikmin around. So we're adding to the fray with a lot of garbanzo beans. Now we have some flavor from onion and garlic, but we can go ahead and crush some salt. Throw some pepper over. Give it a little more season to the vegetables. The vegetables need love too. The freshness is great, but start adding salt and you start unlocking new layers of flavor. Now we're going to wait a little bit until this cooks itself a little more, and we can throw in the zucchini after the fact so they can catch up and everything's timed right, and we'll continue on from there. Now, shrewd and discerning viewers might even scoff, or at least might realize that we are not using carrots in this dish. That would be too easy, and we don't really carrots. Now, intermittently with this, you can put a top on it, let it kind of stew in its own steam. But eventually, what we're going to do is throw in some fabulous crushed tomatoes. I like to get nice imported from Italy tomatoes. This is where a lot of your magic's going to happen. Is you just want to let all these flavors really mix, and they're gonna. You know, your vegetables are going to cook themselves a little more in the crushed tomatoes, and and everything will be tasty. So we're gonna cover this and let it cook down. You put it on low, let it simmer for a while, let everything come together, and in a while we'll come back. When our water boils, we'll throw in some rainbow rotini, nice colorful pasta, and everything will come together. Okay, so while we're letting our sauce and vegetables come together, you can throw in some green onion, some parsley, taste it. If it needs a little more salt, a little more seasoning, you can do your thing. And that's, been sitting for a while. So we're going to just throw our pasta in to our boiling water, let it, 8-9 minutes for the pasta. I'm going to throw some salt in first. And we've got our rainbow pasta, Pikmin inspired, nice and colorful. Okay, so pasta's going. You can stir it every once in a while so it doesn't stick, but other than that, it just boils. Pasta from a bag, no big deal. So our pasta's ready. We're gonna take it off. Make sure you take that burner off. Strain the pasta, don't strain yourself. Now you want to take the pasta out when it's still got a little bit of firmness to it, because it's going to cook a little more in its own heat. After that, we can just go directly into our sauce. Because we went with a crushed tomato puree instead of diced, we have a little bit more of a traditional thick pasta sauce. So if you want a more light and airy veggie type deal, go with diced tomatoes. Now we're just going to incorporate this. Now always remember, we used a very big amount of sauce and vegetables, but pasta is always going to expand and blow up. A whole bag, a whole box might be a little too much for you. This is actually not even a whole bag, and it's already taken to all the sauce pretty quickly. So if you don't want pasta left over, half a box, half a thing should work. Or, really load a giant pot up with vegetables and everything else. And that's about it for your Pikmin pasta. Alright guys, here it is, our Pikmin pasta, inspired by Pikmin 3. Now the Wii U is not going to get another dish for about 7 months, but hopefully this one will hold you over. We have a nice vegetarian option after last week's giant dragon's flank for Dragon's Crown. So hopefully we are, a welcoming food video. So Pikmin, control the dudes, control the Pikmin, make them run around, make them run to your plate, and then eat them because they're delicious. Thank you guys. See you next time. Huh? I haven't played Pikmin 3 yet, and it's been a long time since I played Pikmin. I don't remember what Pikmin do.